Ever notice how some people seem to have all the luck? You know, those people who are able to turn anything they touch into gold. Well, what if I told you that what you are noticing isn't luck and that these people are actually using a tool that virtually guarantees their success? What if I told you that no matter what you'd like to achieve, that you can apply this same tool to your life? I'm a self made entrepreneur that has built and worked with several seven-figure businesses, and this method is easily one of the most important factors in my career. But who cares about me? Let's look at some people who are far more successful than I am to see how they've applied this tool. Well, first of all, Elon Musk. We all know Elon as the founder and CEO of Tesla. He now famously owns Twitter also. He's considered one of the richest men on the planet, and an even bigger compliment is the fact that he's considered one of the smartest. But when he was asked to name the smartest person he knew, he mentioned a man called Larry Ellison. Now, Ellison isn't unknown. He's 30 years older than Elon and a successful billionaire in his own right. They first met in the 2000s before Musk founded Tesla, and they became close friends. Now, Ellison actually mentored both Musk and Steve Jobs. He later served on the board of Tesla and even committed $1 billion to help Musk acquire Twitter. Next, we have Taylor Swift. Now, Taylor Swift is widely regarded as one of the most successful musicians on the planet. She's so influential that the impact of her concerts are measured by the effect that it has on a country's GDP. In the UK alone, her last tour was estimated to contribute about £1 billion to the economy, which is absolutely crazy. But before she had legions of fans, she was a struggling musician, given an opportunity to open up for a famous country singer called Faith Hill. In an interview, Taylor explained that Hill was an early mentor for her, saying that Hill would reach out to her and take her on tour. To this day, it looks like the pair are still close friends. And finally, we have Jay-Z.
Peace, you're in the hood with the hip hop forum, Tang lounging here with Jay-Z. Yo, he just blew up the spot, you know what I'm saying? We over here at Demerara.
Jay-Z arguably invented the hip-hop billionaire archetype. Yes, he built a fortune through music, but his success also comes from several business ventures, including his record label, his clothing line, the music streaming service Tidal, a liquor business, a sports agency, and way too many other investments to mention. But Jay didn't do this without help. In the mid-90s, veteran rapper Jazz O took Jay under his wing and helped him improve his rap skills.
Yo, Jay-Z, I don't want to take too much time, but real quick, where'd you get started? I know I heard you on some records a while ago. What was the first jam you did? What was the first?
Oh, well, I used to be down with my man Jayz, you know.
My
man Jayz,
he
back in
flipped
the...
it.
Where
Jazz flipped it.
Bring
Jazz definitely flipped it, all right? Yo, Jazz.
Bring Jazz in here.
You know what I'm saying? We got Jazz right here. I looked at Jazz. I knew I seen him from back in the day. Yo, there was even some girls talking about, who is that? I know him. Yo, what's up? Where you been?
Jazz, you know, I went down south and
Then it was Big Daddy Kane, who let Jay travel on his tour bus and learn the music business. Most notably, though, was his relationship with Damon Dash, who helped him start his record label and his clothing line. If you haven't figured out their secret yet, I'll let mrbeast spell it out.
Get a fucking mentor. There's plenty of people who have spent their lives, like, you know, NBA players or college players at a high level. Get a mentor. Anything you're doing, if there's someone who, if you can get a mentor, get it. It's like cheat codes. It's like that guy I took from 20 grand to 400 grand a month. Like that would take him like a decade on his own. And I was just like, here you go, just do this, once a week for 8 months. And that's the thing. Yeah. For what I did, no one has done it. And so there's never any point where I could have a mentor that could help me. And I don't even know what you were saying that inspired this, but it is something that's like a pet peeve of mine. Like, bro, it's a mentor's a cheat code. If you're in an industry where you can get one, get one. Like people, like a lot of people enjoy, if they're really passionate about what they do, they enjoy talking about it. They'll mentor you for free just because it's what they love.
But what's fascinating about a guy like you is you didn't have a mentor and you became one.
Exactly.
Of course, these people are intelligent and talented, and the role of talent shouldn't be underplayed when it comes to success. But anyone who's played sport from a young age will know that talent will only take you so far. These days, we romanticize the idea of being self-made. Many people wrongly think it's about becoming successful without receiving any help, which is ironic because that's one guaranteed way to stay broke. The truth is that virtually all successful people have taken advantage of mentoring, whether they realize it or not. And this video is going to talk you through the principles that you can apply to get the most out of a mentoring relationship. But first, what's a mentor? Well, a mentor can simply be anyone who has access to something that you value and is willing to share that access with you or help you get it yourself. We could be talking about access to a certain industry or network, a certain skill, a certain type of relationship. Maybe it's self confidence or even a new language. By definition, if there's a goal that you value, there's a mentor who could help support you. And a good mentor is anyone who is closer to that goal than you are and is willing to help you. That's all. I've been very specific with my wording by saying a mentor is anyone who is closer to the goal than you are, because I want you to get out of your head the idea that a mentor needs to be a master. Yes, someone who is a master could be a great mentor, but you might not have access to them. Furthermore, a master might not be willing to share their access for free. All you need to do is find someone who is further along in the journey than you are. You want to be better at a musical instrument? Then find someone who can play more songs than you. You want to get into a corporate job? Find someone on the grad scheme. So you see, all of the examples that I shared at the start of the video are examples where the mentee arguably became more successful than their mentors. So don't seek perfection, seek progression. The second part of the definition is definitely more important than the first. Even if you're not an expert, finding someone willing to pour into you is key. A good mentor is someone who wants you to succeed and is willing to support you on your journey. This is why your favorite YouTuber is not a mentor. Because although they might share great information, they're not specifically invested in your success. We live in a competitive world and we need people willing to help us stand out. So, how can you get the most out of a mentoring relationship? Well, I've got 5 practical lessons that you can apply so that you can maximize the value that you get from mentoring. Lesson number 1, be proactive. Some mentees don't get much out of mentoring because they have the wrong idea about what a mentor is. They think a mentor is like a school teacher who will chase them and tell them off if they haven't done their homework. Listen, I've been a mentor for nearly 20 years, and I can definitely confirm that if a mentee isn't proactive, I'm not chasing them. I'll just focus on some of the other mentees. Your mentor is helping you out of goodwill. They don't need to be there and are almost definitely busier than you are. So respect their time. In a good mentoring relationship, the mentee is the one in the driving seat, not the mentor. You should be the one facilitating the meetings. If it's within your means, pay for coffee, buy them dinner, do it. Make it as convenient as possible for the mentor to share information with you and help you make progress. Have a plan of what you want to do, write it down, stick to it. Seriously, stick to it. Now, this leads me to the next point. Lesson number 2, ask good questions. I've had mentor meetings where the mentee has sat there in silence and I've really had to work hard to get anything out of them. I've also had meetings where the mentee spoke non-stop for about 20 minutes about anything going on in their life. See, both scenarios were a waste of time because they didn't offer me a clear goal to work towards, and I had no idea how I could help. See, mentors don't always know what made them successful. Think about somebody who's bilingual because they grew up in a bilingual house. Speaking 2 languages to them is instinctual. They won't necessarily have a fully fleshed out framework that they can share with you. But by asking them the right questions and diving into their experiences, you can force them to think more deeply about the skills that they have, and that might lead to the eureka moment. So before your next mentor meeting, write down 3 or 4 questions that your mentor can answer. From memory, these are some of the best questions mentees have asked me. Number 1, what are the reasons you think my business idea could fail? Number 2, is there anyone you know that you think I should meet? Number 3, what are the most important skills you think I'm missing? Number 4, what do you do when you want to take on a new challenge? And number 5, if you were able to go back 10 years and do things differently, what would you change? Side note, to that last question, it's really telling. If you have a mentor who says something like, well, I wouldn't change anything because everything happens for a reason, blah, 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 then they're an enemy of progress and run, find someone else. Lesson number 3, Make your mentor excited to meet with you. Nothing puts me off a mentoring relationship quicker than someone who is negative and just not pleasant to be around. A mentor is not a therapist, and in some cases, they're not even your friend. I also hate it when it feels like I'm having the exact same conversation with a mentee week after week. Mentors are human, so if they feel like their time is being taken for granted or they're wasting their time, even the most supportive person will struggle to stay enthusiastic. So show them that you're putting what you've learned into practice. When I have a mentee who keeps me updated with their progress and is excited to tell me about the things they're learning, not only am I excited to see them again, but I'm also thinking about them throughout the week. I'll message them if I meet someone I think they should meet, or if I come across an opportunity that would benefit them. Lesson number 4, be specific. Make sure you are focusing on your mentor's area of expertise. I'm married, but I'm no relationship expert. And if you've reached out to me for business, that's what we're going to speak about. Now, there are mentors who are willing to guide you through all aspects of your life. But what are the chances that that one person can take you through relationships, fitness, finance, faith? Instead, why not find a mentor who can help you focus on each specific goal? All of the billionaires I mentioned earlier had numerous mentors. So don't think you have to limit yourself to one. This kind of leads me on to my last point. Lesson number 5, know when to end it. There will eventually be a point when you've learned all that you can from a mentor. If your mentor runs a 7-figure business and you get to a point where you're doing the same, that's a good point to transition to peers. You can still share your war stories and encourage each other, but they are likely not best suited to be your mentor anymore. At this point, it's important that you start looking for someone closer to your goal, or someone who's changed your perception of what success actually looks like. The point here is to know that all successful mentoring relationships should come to an end, and you should be seeking to expand your network with other people who can help you. There's also the unfortunate truth that not all people will have chemistry with you. And if you realize that you and your mentor see the world completely different, you've got different communication styles, or your definitions of success are very different, then maybe it's time to look elsewhere. So those are my 5 tools for leveraging mentoring relationships to help you achieve success. As always, if you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. Also, if there are any lessons that you've learned from being a mentor or mentee, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're wondering about how you even go about finding a mentor in the first place and getting them to mentor you, then this video on networking is for you.